Pre-flight diagnostics beginning. Engines check. Weapon systems online. Shields 100%. Onboard computer operative. Diagnostics complete. Setting destination for adventure, standby. Warning, hangar bay doors opening. Everything is set. You are now clear for takeoff. Estimated arrival time, 5 minutes. And we are off. We'll make the jump once we've established connection with the rest of the fleet. Connection established. See you all at the Star Park. We've made it. Alright everyone. Let's get this party started.
Oh my goodness, hello everybody. How are you all doing? Happy Pizza Friday. Welcome on in. Come on in, get relaxed, get cozy. I am in a blanket burrito. I'm ready for a cozy, chill night. Emphasis on the chill aspect. Oh my goodness, how are you all? Oh my goodness, Bio, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub for 84 heckin' months. Holy moly. Egret, hi. Kiru, hello. Mark, hi. How are you guys doing? Saber, I see you. Taylor, I saw you earlier. Hello. Bio, hi. I apologize if I'm missing anybody. Doggo, hi. Bengali, hello. Panda, hi. Zephyr, hello. L, hi. Welcome on in. Oh my goodness. Nova, hi. Welcome. Who else am I missing? Woof, Woof, you're up there. Volp, hi. How are you guys all doing? Welcome on in. 85. Oh, wait, what's 85? Oh yeah, 85. Mark, Biopod Gaming is the most prestigious of the Brushtail Order. When it comes to the ranking system, he is on the top of that leaderboard. Good evening to you all. Good evening, Blue Eye. How are you doing? Oh, Doggo, we gotta rank you up tonight. Let's go. Objection, take my sub. Oh my goodness. Oh my. For 9 heckin' months, Doggo. Thank you so much. That's what most streamers would consider a stream, baby. All right, Doggo, we're gonna rank you up tonight, especially since our housekeeping isn't that much tonight. There's really not much to talk about. I have not been able to work on Project Loaf the past couple of days. This week has been absolutely insane. It's been draining me of all of my energy. It has been consistently 90 plus degrees this entire week. Yeah, so that's like 1/7 of like the crazy of my week this week. Ew, I know, right? Chip, Zelda, hi, how are you guys doing? Yeah, so with all that heat and like just this week has been very taxing at work for me. It's crazy. So I haven't worked on Project Loaf this week. I've just been like trying to manage my energy. So this is why tonight you guys are getting very low energy Sen, because I've been out in, oh my goodness, Saber, thank you so much for giving 5 gift subs to the community, to the brigade. Thank you. The hype train, oh my god, is that what you guys are doing? Holy moly, you guys have been, oh goodness, you guys have been consistently starting hype trains the past few days. Thank you so much. Oh wait, I'm staring off. You guys are over here. Hang on. Thank you so much for all the hype trains lately. That's trust me, I'm like really giddy inside. I'm a little fatigued tonight, so I apologize of you guys getting low energy send tonight. But trust me, I'm still super excited about everything. You deserve it. I try my best. I try my best, Taylor. I really do. Mark, thank you so much for the 100 biddies. That's so much. Thank you, thank you. I hope you guys are all been doing amazing. So yeah, so there's really no housekeeping for this evening, so I'll keep the housekeeping yap session to a minimum, especially considering like we're gonna have a yap session this entire night with Art and Chill. Oh, I guess I do have an announcement, which is part of the title of the stream. So I guess we do have one. That's right, we do have one bullet point on the housekeeping segment, and that is about Twitch teams. I have a small little announcement of that. God of Furries! Oh my goodness. Welcome on in, thank you for the follow. Congratulations on being our newest Brushtail adventurer. Welcome aboard. Hello. Welcome to the Star Park. This is where all the fun and excitement happens. Shortly here, we're gonna go to main stage, do some art tonight. But before that, we're gonna go over our housekeeping segment, and then our rank up segment, and then we'll mosey on over to main stage and have a grand old time there. So I have one major bullet point on the housekeeping notes. So let's talk about it. I have been graciously invited to a Twitch team. So I am now, I still need to put the logo up here somewhere. It just recently happened and I haven't had the time to like figure out a spot for it, but I have been invited to join Flare Blitz, Team Flare Blitz. Some of you guys might have heard of the team. I don't know if it's I need to double check this, but I think Flare Blitz is part of the triad. There's like Frostfang, Thunder, what is it? Frostbite, Thunderfang, and Flare Blitz is kind of like the triad. I don't know if all three of them are related. I know Flare Blitz and Thunderfang are related, but I don't know if Frostbite is related. I think it is. So I have been invited to Flare Blitz. So now I am part of the Flare Blitz team here on Twitch, and I'm excited because, you know, I haven't been a part of a Twitch team in a hot minute. The past two teams that I were a part of kind of dissolved. Well, I should say the past three teams that I've been a part of have kind of dissolved and kind of stopped existing. So, a little sad about that. So I've been, if anybody here is a Destiny 2 fan, I've been like Tanix. I've been teamless. I've been houseless. I have not had a house in terms of a Twitch team until just recently. So I'm really excited. I don't know if I don't know if like that, because I know they do it in waves, and I know they make an announcement, like a little cool animated thing. I don't know if that animation thing has been posted yet, but yeah, I want to let you guys know that we are now a part of the Team Flare Blitz crew. So I'll post like a little their logo, the logo around here somewhere. I got the media kit this morning, so I'm like, cool, dude. I got a media kit. I got a bunch of little icons and things like that. Oh, Egret, I don't know if I said hi yet. Hello. I might be getting a Switch 2 this weekend, along with much needed car tires. Oh, doggo, that's exciting. Is the ice gym leader learning to flare? No. See, that's the thing. That's the thing, Volk. Flare Blitz's terrestrialization type is ice, so I win. This sounds like Pokemon Go, Team Valor, Mystic, and Instinct. It really does, Panda. It really does. I mean, Panda. Oh my God, it really does, Saber. That's the one with Deluxy. Yes, yeah. Dell is a part of Team Flare Blitz. Something to remember about teams. You could be on more than one. Yes. Yes, I can. So that is true. But what Bio says is true. I just haven't had like the motivation to like seek out going into a Twitch team myself. Simply because like the past 3 teams that I was like, dude, I want to try to get a part of, they've all dissolved. So my desire to go out and like hunt for one has been like on an all-time low. So when Team Flare Blitz came to me and asked if I would like to join in their wave 2, I was like, yeah, dude, there's a bunch of cool peeps in here that I know. And actually, now that I think about it, I have to double check this, but I think the team leader is Scintilla. Like I think he's the one manning the helm of Team Flare Blitz. So there's a ton of beans in the group that I know of. Primary and second in Warframe. How? Oh my God, yeah. You know what? Yeah, that's another thing I could yap about tonight. Zephyr, hi. How are you doing? Yeah, I think. F for flashlight. You did, thanks. Oh, okay, good. I'm glad. You call me Panda again? Saber, true. I'm gonna be doing that a lot tonight. I am trying to keep my energy flowing tonight. I feel like I'm the live stream right now. You don't terrestrialize and shh. Nobody needs to know that, Wolf. Man, you should be a Saber from now on. I haven't run into a secondary weapon in years. Only running. Oh yeah, for Warframe, dude. I've got some funny stories to talk about with Warframe. So that I'm just in the furry watch. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm in the furry watch one too, Bio. I'm also in that one, but I don't know. I always forget that's a team because I think of it like a platform rather than a team. If I get to be Panda, then I get to look good. I call that a win. It's kind of half asleep all day. Work was super slow. Dude, Zelda, I would have loved to have traded with you. My day, I felt like I was Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz when she got sucked up by the tornado. I was just like, okay guys, I'm in a tornado. I can't stop. Wherever I fly, Dude, it was so bad today. It was so bad. It wasn't necessarily, I mean, the kiddos were a little rambunctious, like, but less so today than yesterday. Yesterday they were just all over the place. But that's mainly because I had them working on a class project today, so they were like much more focused than otherwise. But as soon as the project was done, you could see that like the energy was but like it was just chaotic because there was a lot of things happening today. A lot of things came down the pipeline from the district. It was like 90 some odd degrees today, and I was out in most of it. Like I would say like for 3 hours I was out in that temperature, and it was just like I am physically, emotionally, and mentally drained from today. And I was like, you know what? We're gonna stream, but it'll probably be a short... Well, actually, it has to be a shorter stream tonight because tomorrow, I have to go in earlier than normal by like 2 hours because the kiddos have a minimum day tomorrow. And I don't even think it should be called a minimum day because you would think a minimum day ends at noon, right? That's like the halfway point. They're getting out like at 10:30 in the morning tomorrow. And I'm just like, oh, yay, this is gonna be fun. So not only is it gonna be like 93, 94 degrees tomorrow all day, but starting from 10:30 until 6 p.m., I have, like, me and my team have the kiddos for that entire time. And it's just like, oh, dude. So my objective tomorrow is the same objective you see at the end of Halo Reach. If anybody who's played Halo Reach, the very final mission, the final objective, it just says on the top of your screen, survive. Literally, that's all I'm gonna be doing tomorrow. And kidnap you? Do you want to join me in going to the movies? So, oh, dude, Peta, I would love that. What have you even? What do you even do for that short of a school day? Flippin', I have no... Zelda, that is the greatest question of all time. I have no idea. I literally have no idea. And then I know for an hour of that, they're doing like this awards ceremony. So like they're there at school for what, 40 minutes and then the award ceremony and then they go home. Well, they should go home, but they don't go home. Okay, you guys want to know some fascinating statistics? And then we'll go over and we'll rank up Doggo, and then we'll go to main stage. But here's a fascinating statistic for you guys. So my campus has roughly 600 students enrolled at our campus. Our after school program has 400 of those students enrolled, and most of them show up every day. It's like, why send any of the kids home? Just keep them there until 6. Why not? It's crazy how many parents like just leave their child after school. Like, some of them I understand, right? Some of them I understand, but like, I'm just like, wow. And so, okay, here's a public service announcement from your wonderful floofy Blue Foxo. If you have kiddos or are planning on having kiddos, please, for the love of all that is holy, make sure that you like are ready and want to have kids. Like, there are so many parents that have this attitude of like, oh, you know, like for example, I haven't come across this behavior this week, but I encountered this behavior right before winter break. There were parents that were coming up to me because like I help man, you know, the after school stuff, and so I help check out, you know, students on particular days. But I've had some parents before basically be like, dude, I'm not looking forward to winter break. I'm gonna have my kids for 3 whole weeks. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do with them. And I'm like, what are you talking about right now? Like, is that the sentence that literally just flew out of your mouth? I'm just like, what? I couldn't process that. Like, and I guess this is me being in like a snow globe bubble, like growing up, where like my parents, their number one main dream in life was to have kids, and so like every moment they wanted to spend with us, and like they would always like plan little activities with us. I just could not fathom a reality where like my parents are like, oh, I can't stomach winter break because I have my kids for 3 whole weeks. Like, what am I supposed to do with them? I don't know. Maybe go to a park or something. Like, maybe go out in the back or front yard and play ball with them. Like, there's an innumerable amount of things. But see, this is the problem that I have with this current generation of parents and the generation prior to this. It's like, oh, let YouTube and social media be the parent. Just sit them in front of a tablet, and they'll be fine. It's like, okay. Yeah, literally the reaction, Panda. Like, I laughed it off. I was like, oh yeah, it's kind of long, and because, you know, I'm not gonna get into it with the parents, but I'm just like, internally I'm just dumbfounded. I'm like, why then? Should quiz them by taking pop culture video game characters in Fortnite and making them answer where said characters actually from. If they fail, you expel them. Oh my goodness, you're telling me I'm supposed to... Yeah, I'm supposed to spend time with my children. I cannot... I can't believe that. And so, yeah, there's a contingent of parents where we have their child, like, all day. Like, all day. And there's a contingent of these parents that, like, are so relieved this after-school program exists because it's less time that they have to spend with their kids. And I'm like, that's... For me, that's unacceptable behavior, but... You know, I knew what I wanted in life very early on. I was like, no kids. I have zero desire for kids. I like the trend continues. I do not want children. Even more so now that I'm in education. I'm like, yep, no kids. Amadeus, hi, how are you doing? On one hand, I understand if they have jobs. Oh yeah, and there's a large portion of parents that I know and I've talked to, and they're like single parents, and they're just trying to like make sure that they have a stable foundation. And those parents I totally get, and they're some of the nicest parents around because they understand. They understand that, you know, if it wasn't for this program, they'd be up a creek without a paddle. And so those are always the most gracious ones. And that's how I know, that's how I can tell the difference. The ones who are very understanding, very, you know, they're in this predicament, and all they want to do is have a stable family life for their kids. And those ones I love the most because they're so kind. They are so pleasant to talk to. But then you have some entitled, like sheer entitled parents that you know that they're Karens behind the scenes. And it's wild. Well, Saber, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. For me, I have 24 kids, and I'm like, yep, this is just proving that I don't want kids. Good, just got back from the beach hike. Oh, nice, Amadeus. That sounds so relaxing. I wouldn't be a parent, but I feel like it's not hard to spend time with your children. You can play video games and watch movies with them. Yeah, you know what's funny? You know what's funny? Like, spending as much time as I do with some of these kiddos at my campus, I've come to the realization that I would be a great parent. Like straight up, like not trying to pat myself on the back, but I would be a great parent. But that doesn't change the fact that I do not want kids. I just don't want them. Not in a million years. Gammon, hi, how are you doing? Welcome on in. I was there to work out. Oh. Okay. So is there like a gym there? Oh, okay. Also, before we spiral into even more Sen conversation, Doggo, are you still here? I want to get you ranked up before I start yapping again, and then we'll move to main stage and we'll start working on. I was gonna say then we're gonna start working on homework. No, we're gonna start working on sketching tonight. We're gonna be doing Ken. Maybe, okay, cool. Make a list of activities you'd like to do with your parents over the season. Oh, dude, Wolf. That actually is not a bad idea. I'll have to think about that for like summer break time. Climbing up bluffs in full kit and did a few miles in the sand. Oh my god, Amadeus. Holy moly. Oh, that sounds exhausting. I hope it was pretty good though. Nonetheless. Okay, so sketching homework. All right, so we're gonna move on to our next segment of the stream before we get to main stage. So we have, I see one person, Doggo, in chat that is ready for a rank up. I have the list here in front of me, and I don't see anybody else in here. So we'll just do Doggo, and then we'll move to our main event. Diet mountaineering. Oh, that's crazy. So Amadeus, do you do that like every week? All right, here we go. We're gonna take a field trip to the Mystic Cove, where we are going to celebrate Doggo. Doggo, we will have you come up to the stage here. There's the good boy Doggo. Thank you for the gift. So, oh yeah, a Saber of the brigade here was the one that that gifted out to the community. Is it Augur? I think it's Arger. I apologize if I'm butchering that by any chance. If I am, please correct me. Also, I apologize if I sound congested tonight. I'm a little congested from, you can imagine, heat equals a lot of pollen equals sad allergies or sad sinuses for Sen. Hey, that I was all with S. Okay. So Doggo, you know the drill. So whenever you're ready, you can do exclamation mark rank up in the chat to touch and or not lick the crystal, and then we will see what rank you are promoting to this very evening. Then let me just make sure that I am set up on this side for when Haywire takes your picture. Okay, so rank up pictures, sweet. But I want sea salt ice cream flavor. Lick the crystal. It's Team Lick the Crystal versus not Team Lick the Crystal. Leona, hi, how are you doing? Welcome on in. Okay, so the Doggo, I'm trying to see what rank you were previous. Oh, okay, all right. Oxo BRB and commit water, yes. Yeah, and if you guys need to hydrate, please hydrate. I have my giant fan on me in the background. Hopefully my noise cancellation technology is working. Really set to Nintendo Switch cartridge flavor. I'm trying to remember, like, oh, yeah, doggo, it is exclamation mark rank up in chat, exclamation mark rank up, that's all one word, all lowercase. Did that mosey your way over. I'll never forget. I'll never forget, there was 2 interactions I had with those Switch cartridges, and both of them I was completely dumbfounded by the results. Okay, I am ready. On your mark, doggo. Whenever you are ready, we'll be ready here too. Oh my god, Volv. I thought Doggo did that, and I was like, oh no, oh no. Yay! Congratulations, Doggo. You are our newest Brushtail Hunter. Does it feel... Do you feel like you can do a triple jump now? God, where's the Brushtail order? Here we go. Now I gotta find your old one, which was Ranger. So we need to move you out of Ranger and into the Hunter. Rank. Let's see here. Dude, the yellow Brushtail is so sleek looking. I actually really like the yellow Brushtail. A Hunter must hunt. You know what I'm thinking? Oh my god. So I know you got like the Destiny 2 Hunter, but recently I've been playing a lot of Warframe. So there's a Cephalon guy who will appear every now and then, and he'll just be like, Hunter! And I'm like, hi, yes, that's me. How do I check if I need to rank up again? I forgot. Oh god, I'm forgoing too. I think it's a... Oh yeah, it's a channel redeem. So check rank up status is the redeem. So Leona, what you're gonna do is you're gonna hover over your little badge in chat, and there should be like a number in parentheses. You're gonna take that number, just the number, not the months next to the number. So just the number, and then you're gonna like click on the redeem, and it should ask you for that number, and you just like type in. It looks like yours is 17. You type in the number 17 and then you hit enter, and then Haywire will check her database to see if you are in need of a rank up. There's a command and a redeem. Doggo, I think I got rid of the command. I think it's strictly a redeem now. Yeah, because Leona, I hovered over your little red, there we go. Yeah, your rank is up to date. Perfect. Yeah, because when I hovered over your little red red Brushtail sub badge, it says 17. Yeah, originally Doggo, I remember having it both a redeem and a channel command or chat command. But I was like, you know what? No. Let's just keep it with the redeem. Because at least then with the redeem, like the redeem stops you from redeeming it until you like input that number, which is so incredibly vital. Otherwise, Haywire gets confused. Anyways, so yeah, that's how you check your rank up status. So let me hit the rank up button again. I do believe that is all the peeps in chat that require a rank up at the moment. So that's going to conclude our rank up segments for the evening. So we've gone through housekeeping, we've gone through rank up. Now it is time to go over to main stage and start our main event of the evening, which is art. Let's do it. Deep Thought, hi, how are you doing? Oh my goodness, how long ago was that? When did Deep Thought theme that? That must have been a while ago. Oh, I'm so sorry, Deep Thought, I didn't see you. Okay, anyways, let us go to main stage. Oh, I love this screen transition. It is like one of my favorite things. What it's supposed to be is it's supposed to be reminiscent of like you going through like a holographic hallway that we're like going through the park. Like we were in Grand Atrium, okay, now we need to go through this like super cool like holographic tunnel. There's stars, and then now we're at main stage. Oh, and then let me also make sure that we have the music ticker up so you guys can see what beautiful music that we are listening to this evening. All right. So, say goodbye to the paw beans for now. We are going to get started on some art. I am excited. So, we are going to be doing a piece for Ken. Now we have a we're gonna be doing a half body street sketch tonight. So my goal is to get the sketch portion done tonight, and then we will take aim and try to do the what's it called, the color next week. And that's just based off of what we did with Mr. L. I don't want to rush this piece, so said I must inform you that I've now seen a video of someone making a brownie cinnamon roll. I'm sure Wolf will want one now. Yes. I'm sure Bio that our Star Parks bakery, the Cine Cafe, will probably start selling those within the next 48 hours, if I had to take a wild guess, because Loaf will make sure that they are added to the menu. Wow, this song is very quiet. I don't even hear it on my end, but that's mainly because oh, you know what? As I'm plugging in my power cord to my headset because my headset needs charging. Have you guys, for those that are fans of Yu-Gi-Oh, did you guys see that they're like making and redoing new Toon Monsters? I thought that was like super cool. I was always a fan of the Toon Monsters. Oh my god, Pat, no, it's Meadow Mage! Loaf is fighting against Meadow Mage. Oh no. Zar, hi, how are you doing? Okay. So, we are up. Not having... Where's my pants? Okay. I can't say that I have, but as a fan of Spider-Man, I've watched the new trailer like 10 times. Oh, dude. I'm very curious on the new Spider-Man. I hope it's good. I know this is probably going to be a hot take, but I always thought the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans had mid storylines, and the Andrew Garfield ones I think were pretty trash. Like not Garfield himself, but like the story I felt was kind of trash. And I really like the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies so far. So I'm hoping that this new Spider-Man is like holds up to the previous Spider-Man. Yeah, which is so sad, Panda, which is so sad. And the reason I say it's so sad, because if you unleash the power of Andrew Garfield to become the Spider-Man, dude, he takes the spotlight. I flipping adored Andrew Garfield's performance in the oh god, what was it called? What was the Spider-Man called? The multiversal Spider-Man, where Tom Holland's Spider-Man goes to Doctor Strange and messes up the spell, which causes... I have a correction. I'm sorry, Taylor. I'm sorry. It was too angsty for me. The movie's story was too angsty for me. There was too much focus on the Mary Jane aspect. You know, it was like a flower. Like, I'm with Mary Jane, I'm not with Mary Jane. I'm with Mary Jane, I'm not with Mary Jane. Oh, I'm out of flower petals. Let me get another one. I'm like, can we just like not focus so heavily on the Mary Jane? Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna. Okay, wait, hold on. Are you saying that the Maguire Spider-Man you would put in the trash tier? I thought you were trying to defend the Tobey Maguire ones, because I like. Okay, I thought they were okay at best. They're definitely not. Oh, I need to reset my positioning. Hang on, you guys. The hotkey for this again. R. Oh yeah. Okay, hang on. R. There we go. Perfect. Can't appreciate a good look. I thought the basis of the Maguire stories were interesting, but oh my god, they were so angsty, and they were so, dude, it was like such like teenage energy vibes, where it was like borderline Twilight angsty. I couldn't get into it. Like, I would watch them on occasion, but oh my god, there's way too much angst, and like, I don't know, there's too much focus of like trying to be cool when like Spider-Man is inherently like not cool. Like, he's supposed to be the nerd, right? And they try to, like, I don't know, it felt like they try to force him into like this cool guy role, like attempting to, but never like committing. So it was in this like uncanny valley state. Dude, I don't know how else to explain it. Like, I thought Doc Ock was really well portrayed in Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, and I thought the Green Goblin was also pretty good, but like Goblin Jr., I forget his name, the son, like total angst energy, like couldn't relate to him at all. He's like this rich lunatic, and I don't know, like, it was just hard to relate to the kid. Like, at least with the father, the Green Goblin, like, you're like, wow, this guy is completely off his rocker, right? Like, just straight up, like, very little redeeming qualities. But I think that was the other thing that kind of annoyed me with the Tobey Maguire ones, is that, like, it was like this constant frenemy energy. It's like, can you guys pick a lane and stick with it? Like, if you're gonna hate Spider-Man, like, hate him. Like, go like full dark side, like Sith mode. Don't be like, oh, you know, oh, was Peter is my friend. Like, oh no, I don't know. Oh my god. And then he's like good guy again at the very end. Like, pick a lane. That's the problem I have with the Tobey Maguire films. Is like, they never picked a lane. Was Peter Parker cool? Was he not cool? Was he a nerd? Was he like not a nerd? Like, pick a lane. Was Mary Jane in love with Peter Parker? Was he not, or was she not in love with Peter Parker? Like, pick a lane. He was a constant back and forth. I could roll a water bottle down a staircase, and there would be more flips of the water bottle than, or there'd be less flips of the water bottle than the flips of, like, the characters in the Tobey Maguire series. I couldn't handle it. Okay. Oh, I should probably download this this reference sheet too, and then I could show you who we're gonna be drawing tonight. Where's the furry stuff? Friend commissions. That's why I keep everybody's. I have a weird naming convention for a lot of these folders. Okay, Ken the Nekomata. And then we are going to save that, and then we're going to open up Ken's folder. This, here we go. So this is the Sona that we're going to be drawing this evening. Now, I've done a Sona from Ken before, and I was really pleased with how it came out last time. So definitely not my usual art style, but I think it worked really well. So I think I'm going to try to follow suit with the design of this previous Sona that I worked on. So this is kind of where I want to be at the end of the night, is just have the sketching done, and then we'll do color next Thursday. And I would push for trying to do color tonight, but I really have to be mindful of my time tonight. I cannot go beyond 11 p.m. Like, I have a hard, just because it's going to be so crazy at work tomorrow, and I need to make sure that I am fully rested. What I'm going to have to deal with tomorrow. Well, yes, he is a teenager, but Panda, tell me, does Tom Holland have the same type of angsty energy as Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man? Like, you could argue that Tom Holland's Spider-Man is very energetic and hyperactive, and I give you that. But angsty is not something I would necessarily use as an adjective to describe Tom Holland's Spider-Man. At least not in the flip-floppy nature. Silly. The movie's never introduced the Black Cat as one of Peter's love interests. Dude, after the whole Mary Jane thing from Tobey Maguire, I'm like, I don't want any more love interests. Like, don't put any more love in. I don't want to have to deal with this love triangle weirdness anymore. I'm like so over it. But character-wise, no, yeah, I know, Panda. What you meant there. Did they have good elements? Yeah, it's just not enough to get them out of the trash bin, though. I like how you say he's too cool while Andrew Garfield exists. Yes, but again, it goes back to what I was talking about, the flip-flopping. Like, Andrew Garfield didn't pretend to be nerdy, right? Like, he was like the cool Spider-Man, and like he owned it. Tobey Maguire, like, one scene you're like watching him answer questions at a college level, doing like college level work, and then the next scene he's trying to be like this smooth talking, like attempting to marry Jane, and like, oh, let's go on a date and whatever. And like, I don't know, I'm probably doing a bad job of explaining it, but there's definitely a different vibe. You're starting the passion neurons. I will fight you. In some comics, he's older, like into the multi. I don't mind that. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was a little bit older. Like that, I don't mind. I just like pick a lane. That's my main issue with the series or the trilogy. It's just they're never picked a lane. Vulture in Homecoming. Yeah, and I would say with that, Panda, like I won't disagree. Like that was probably one of the weaker points of Homecoming. So I like my favorite was No Way Home. Like that's like the peak. That's the Spider-Man I will actually watch over and over again. I didn't care too much for the Mysterio one. I really was not vibing with Vulture at all. In like I liked it better. Like Homecoming shouldn't even look, Vulture is such a forgettable character that I think it would have just been more funny just to have the story of like Tom Holland's Spider-Man just trying his best to be like an Avenger. Like, oh hey dude, can I come on over and hang out and be an Avenger today? Instead of like shoehorning Vulture in, which I was like, yeah, this ain't working. Dark, hi, how are you doing? MJ was so annoying. I agree, Nova. He stayed in oh, so you liked Vulture. I don't know, man. I didn't really care for Vulture. I thought he was kind of forgettable. Not to say that it was necessarily bad, it was just forgettable to me. A flooferel. Like an example of recent show, Pete Mercy. He saved himself, and then later he was saved himself. Depends. Iron Man Jr. Yes. I'll give you that. Tom was a bit more serious. I think too, like Tom just comes off as like a more believable teenager. Like with Tobey Maguire, it's like, was he a teenager? Was he a college student? Like, what was he? I don't know. Just a spaz, the ADHD Gen Zoomer. True. Whatever model I did, I'm not sure why I'm automod mad. Oh, I agree. Or is it supposed to be cool? He is a dork, and sometimes that's why he's always talks trash. I'm hopeful for the new film. Depressed Peter Parker's peak Spider-Man storytelling. Yeah, I'll have to see. I'll have to see. We should have left the breadcrumbs before going down this thought. As sad as that is true, I finally realized I'm here. I know. No, Dark, you're not forgettable. Not even. Okay. Oh, excuse the congestion that I am suffering from currently. Okay. Oh, check out my art. Okay, Vault. Yeah, let's check out some art. Before I forget to do that. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, wait. Let me change the No, I don't think it's illness, Dark. I think it's just allergies. My allergies have been going crazy this past week. Okay, let me switch scenes here. Ah, there we go. Dude, so Vol, you're trying to like, is that like a 3D print? Pretty sick. What is it? Allergies suck? You're telling me. Was a teenager, then college student by the second film. The second film was with the black stuff, right? The symbiote? Star Trek furry icon? Oh. Yeah, it kind of looks like. Design the model in Fusion, sliced and printed it on a 3D printer. I see this magnet, Volv. Is it like, does it hold something? Is it like a case? I think Zelda, it does look really cool. Wazzer, hi, how are you doing? Really like it. I just need to figure out what it is, because it's definitely like a badge, but it looks, doesn't it look like it holds like keys or something? Oh, okay, so it's a badge that you magnetize under your shirt so that it looks like it turns the shirt into like. Got it. Okay, that's super cool. Hanging to a plastic sheet. Oh, is that what that is? Oh. Excuse me. That makes so much more sense, Vol, because I wasn't sure. This looked like a car window, and I was like, oh, you stuck it to your car window. But then I was looking at this one, I'm like, wait a minute, that doesn't look like you stick it to a car window. That's so cool. Well, thank you for sharing with us. Oh my goodness. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna be working on Ken's Sona tonight. Looking forward to it. This will be the second time that we draw one of Ken's characters here. So we're gonna kind of sort of orbit, I guess you could say, orbit Ken's style. with my style thrown in there as kind of like a hybrid, sort of like what I did with his with the last character I drew of his. So Ken has a very distinctive art style. It's very toony, much more toony than the style that I go with. So the last time I did a piece for Ken, you could see that there's like a merger between the two elements, where it's more of my style of toony. That's why I wear a lot of black. Oh no, Dark. Well, that if you ever play Destiny 2, the Hunter class would be for you. We always joke in the Destiny community that hunters only know the black shader, and they just dye their armor black from head to toe. Whereas Titans are the complete opposite. They fell into a box of crayons and they found the colors to be pretty, and now they're everywhere. Just deny those super black warlocks. Oh, Panda, we all know that those are hunters in warlocks cloaks. We all know it. Look at Astacross. Claims he's not a warlock main, but yet never plays Titan. Plays warlock every now and then. Is usually on a hunter. Warlock main cross is different. Oh my goodness. Played Titan to express myself. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. So we are gonna come in, and we're gonna do kind of what we did last time. We're gonna give the Sona a like a taco jaw. Yeah. I'm also already detecting a skew. There is oh my god, yeah, there's such a huge skew there. Woo! Good golly. Main Street USA. Ooh. Vibing after being in that. Oh, that's right. Wait, Dark, are you still there? Like, I can't remember. Are you there for the whole week? Oh, you're heading home tomorrow night. Oh, man. Well, hopefully it was a fun week. I know I'm looking forward to my weekend. Like holy cannoli. I need a break. Today, this week has been complete and utter madness. Okay. So I don't know if Ken is actually in the chat right now, because I need to figure out if this Sona is a cat. I think it's a cat, but I'm not entirely sure if it's a cat or not. I'm under the impression it's a cat. Oh, you saw Ken earlier. Oh, is Ken, are you here? If you're not here, that's totally fine. But I wanted to know if this is a Kato for drawing. So far, I'm liking the head shape. The head shape is really good. I think I made the neck a little bit too long, so we might have to fix that a little bit here. I would also assume some sort of cat based on the Neko. Yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking too. L, because I'm pretty sure Neko means cat. I wasn't sure, and I didn't want to make a fool of myself. Be like, guys, Neko equals cat, and you guys are like, Sen, Neko does not mean cat. What are you talking about? Which has happened more times than I care to count. Where, like, I say something so absolutely, and I'm like so confident, and then you guys are like, Sen, that's not the term you're looking for. Dude, it isn't. Okay. Oh, let's see here. So we're gonna... Oh. Let me start over again. It was a super week. I've lost about 50 pounds. Wow! And I fit in 2 attractions that I didn't fit 3 years ago. I got to write Tron in the Light Cycle fight and Flight of Passage. The Room with Room to Spare. Oh my god, congrats, Dark, dude, that's awesome. Oh, those are some goals being met right there. I know, I'll be excited in about 6 weeks time is what I'm gonna say my end, because so as you guys may already know, like that, I kind of like that smirk. Do you guys look at that smirk? So I have been diligently working on this like garage project, and I will be 100% happy when that garage project is finally completed. So, but that's in like 6 weeks. So I got 6 more weeks of this garage project before I'm free of it. This is from Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Let's go. I love Master Duel. So yeah, we're gonna be doing another round this Saturday. And we'll be 1 step closer to completing this monumental task. Because it's just, as you guys can imagine, it's just a lot overwhelming to deal with. I don't know if anybody here has ever like cleaned out a garage, a family member's garage or anything like that. Dude, it is a lot of work, dude. It's like a crazy amount of work. Yeah, I think I made the neck too big. I think we need to lower the neck down. Garage cleaning is daunting. Yeah, so I think I mentioned this to you guys last week, during the Final Fantasy stream, like towards the end of the Final Fantasy stream. The idea is that we're going one shelf at a time and like cleaning it up. That way we keep a steady pace, we don't overtax ourselves, and all that jazz. I mean, I still do, like I still overtax myself and then like I'm suffering the rest of the weekend. But that's not because like we're doing more than what we should be doing. We're like right on schedule, but it's been a lot of heat lately. So that's something that we've had to be dealing with. Okay. So far so good. I'm really liking the head shape. I'm liking the facial features. We need to get to the eyes though, which is why the stuff in my garage that I don't even know I have. Yeah, I think for me though, Dark, it's like most of it's not even my stuff. The problem is that a lot of it is Sendad stuff, and so there's just like a ton to get through. Floof, yeah, so much floof. So yeah, I was talking to Taylor recently, and I'm just like, I'll be happy to get my weekends back, because it feels like I haven't been able to relax on a weekend in weeks. Okay. Hang on. Maybe I design the eye. Just wrap around it. Oh, dude, I think I can work with that. Oh my god, I think I can. Oh, dude, that's another thing that I need to ask Ken, is if his, I mean, I know that the image doesn't depict the eyebrows, but I want to know if like I should add eyebrows to this guy. I really like that eye. I still like the eye. We're just need to fix it. That's all. Good to know that even after all these years, the skew is still there, despite my best efforts to get rid of it. Ooh. Focus mode begins. Okay. So here's what I need to do. I need to do some like shenaniganeries. Yoler, hi, how are you doing? We're gonna need to do some shenaniganeries with this eyeball, because I like both the shapes, but I need to fix it up. Oh, Yoler, thank you for the 14 biddies. Welcome on in. I hope you have been having a wonderful evening. Oh, you know, okay, so I know I mentioned this earlier, and now that I'm thinking about it, I should probably like finish the story, or at least start it, because I haven't mentioned it. So, earlier in the stream, I was talking about how I've been playing Warframe a lot lately, and, um, so, so I'm part of a clan in Warframe. It's a furry themed clan, hosted by my friend Sneaky Raccoon. And so, years ago, I'm talking like 4+ years ago, he makes me a dojo. So the clan housing in Warframe is called a dojo. And so he made me this builder title clan, because I love building, I love creating and designing and stuff like that, which like probably is no surprise to you guys, considering all the work that I do for the channel in the first place. So he asked me years ago, he was like, hey Sen, we have this clan dojo, I don't know what to do with it. It's kind of a mess. So like whenever you get into Warframe again, could you help spruce up our clan's dojo and make it snazzy like what you usually do? And I was like, absolutely, like I would love to. Like whenever I get back into it, that's what I'm gonna do. And so I never really got back into it. And so it was years. And so what wound up happening is, anybody here who's a fan of Destiny, and you guys know I talk about Destiny a lot on this channel, even though I don't play Destiny on the channel very often, it's still one of my most favorite games of all time. So there's not a lot happening in the game of Destiny right now. We're kind of in this like really low, dry period of content. And we're kind of just like twiddling our thumbs until June 9th, when there's supposedly like an update coming. It's not an expansion or anything. It's gonna bring in a bunch of quality of life features, or so they say. I'm not entirely sure I trust Bungie to know what quality of life means for Destiny. But you know, I'm gonna hope and pray anyways. I might be doing too much to this eyeball. Let me back out and see. I feel like I made it too small. You know what? We'll just leave it. We'll leave it as is. Okay, so there's the face. I think the face looks good. Getting droopy-eyed, need sleeps. Dark, you have a wonderful night's sleep. Thank you for being here. Get home safe tomorrow. Yoler, how's it going? It's going good over on this end. I'm trying to keep my energy up while doing the sketching that we're doing tonight. I am really enjoying what is being produced right now. I think it's pretty heckin' amazing. I do think that we need to work on the eyes a little bit more. I think there's some room for improvement there. Like, for example, I think this eye needs to move over. I think that's what's been bothering me. Yeah, you know what? I think that works. Gareth, hi, how are you doing? Welcome on in. Happy Pizza Friday Eve. So, oh yeah. So I was talking about Warframe and clan dojos and stuff like that. So I finally started like dabbling in Warframe again. It has been, I want to say eight. Wait, when was the Fortuna update? Fortuna was 2018, I believe, was when Warframe got the Fortuna update. And we are now, oh, so yeah, 8 years. So it's been 8 years since I played Warframe. And what was cool is, and what pulled me back into it, so I always had like a favorite Warframe. He goes by the name of Vauban Prime. And the reason I fell head over heels with Vauban is that he is like this engineer type. And what's cool is his helmet. He has two different styles of helmet, like default helmets. And both helmets are based around two different styles of train locomotives. And anybody who knows me knows that I really like trains. And not to be like the haha, oh, the funny train guy that gets run over by trains every time he says he likes trains. But yeah, unironically, I really enjoy trains. I have a lot of model railroad kits and whatnot that are under my possession. So that was the first thing that gravitated towards me. And the second thing is that he deploys turrets. That was the next big thing. And years and years and years and years and years ago, before I joined the fandom and before I even like contemplated ever doing Twitch, I used to play League of Legends. I was a huge League of Legends fan. One could say I am still a huge League of Legends fan, even though I don't play anymore because the community is just so wildly toxic, it is ridiculous. So that's one of the reasons I stopped playing League of Legends in the first place. You're thank you for the 3 biddies. Oh my goodness, you're too generous. So I used to main a champion in League of Legends called Heimerdinger, and I was like totally a fan of his kit, which was that he deploys turrets onto the field. And you could argue that I am not a good League of Legends player, to which I will tell you, you're absolutely correct. I am not good with skill shots. I was never good with skill shots. You guys know how I get whenever I get tense or nervous or stressed. My gameplay quality goes down significantly. And so it is very hard for me to perform under a fast-paced environment where snap decisions need to be made. I can survive a fast-paced environment if I'm given time to contemplate what I'm doing next. But if I have to make split-second decisions while under that level of like high octane, whatever you want to call it, then generally speaking, I'm not gonna perform very well. And so that was the case with League of Legends until I found Heimerdinger, which the turrets that he deploys helps slow down the flow of combat just enough where I feel like I'm doing decently. And so that's why that's where the love of Heimerdinger comes from for me. Is I recognized my weaknesses and found a champion that shored up those weaknesses for me. Yeah, hi, how are you doing? Welcome on in. Thank you so much for the tier 1 sub for 5 heckin' months. Welcome. We are doing some art tonight. We are having fun. This piece is coming out way cooler than I would have imagined right off the bat. Like, I knew we were gonna get to this point eventually, because, like, you know how I am. I will hit a problem until it looks good. But I didn't expect, like, a first try kind of a situation. This is actually coming out so beyond my expectations for first try. You know, it's interesting. Not to get off the topic of Warframe and like Heimerdinger and League of Legends and whatnot, but like as a quick side note, it's interesting that when you do art and you're not like over stressing about it, it's super interesting to me how your art winds up being 10 times better than if you were like over stressing the little things. I think that's why the Cass one worked so well. Remember the one sketch of Cass from Breath of the Wild that I did? I think that's why it came out so well, because I was like, this is gonna suck. It's gonna look like trash. And you know what? I don't even care. And then it's like, whoa, okay, wait a minute. This isn't trash. And it's looking, where the kids say fire. Looks fire. Okay. Oh yeah. So let me get back to the Warframe story. So yeah, so I had fallen in love with let me finish up. Hang on. The Heimerdinger thing. So the reason I fell in love with Heimerdinger in League of Legends is because I recognized my weakness of like, okay, I can't make snap decisions under a high octane, high paced environment setting. I really need to have time to contemplate, to make sure that I'm doing making the best decision that I can. So the reason I fell in love with Heimerdinger is he was the champion that suited me the most. He was able to slow down the combat enough. And what I mean by slow down, so in League of Legends, there's these really high octane battle scenarios against like you versus another player. And once you engage in combat in League of Legends, you have to like come up with a myriad of split-second decision making on the fly in order to either defeat your opponent or disengage from your opponent quick enough so that you can get back to safety without dying. I can't do that. That is something that my brain is not accustomed to doing. And this is why I like a lot of JRPGs. It's like you're in a battle scenario and you can contemplate what your next move is going to be and how that's going to affect the next 3 moves. In League of Legends combat, it's literally moment-to-moment gameplay. Where you're not afforded the luxury of thinking about, like, is my action that I'm taking, like, how is that going to affect 3 steps ahead of me? You're all, like, what you can do, the best League of Legends players are able to think about present and the next step. And then just, like, have to have faith and rely on your skill at the game to guide you through, like, whatever steps 3, 4, and 5 are going to be. And so my brain doesn't function like that really well. So when I was playing the League of Legends, there was a lot of times where I would lose my duels with other players because they were able to be in that moment-to-moment fight where I'm like struggling. Like my brain is like, this is my action. Here's the consequence one of that action. Here's the step after that, and then a step after that. It's so my brain was backlogging, and this is why I would lose my fights with other players, because while the player I'm up against is like A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B. Like, this is my action, this is the next step. This is my action, this is the next step. My brain was A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D. And so that lag, that processing lag, is what made me lose most of my duels in League of Legends. But then in comes Heimerdinger, where I can have this buffer of this wall of turrets that could protect me. So the turrets gave me the extra time I needed to do ABCD while keeping up with the opponent who was AB, 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 AB. Because I could disengage, like, normally with any other champion, like, let's say I get to half health, right? And I'm supposed to disengage. Well, with Heimerdinger, if I get half health and then I accidentally stay in a little bit longer than I should, and I drop down to like 30% health, like in any normal situation, that the fact that I'm so low on HP, that's an instant win for the opponent. As like I'm disengaging, they're following me, and I can't make it back to safety. But with my turrets, like plop down, creating this buffer wall, now as I'm disengaging with 30% health, and in any normal situation, that would be an instant kill for me. Now, the opponent has to decide, does he run after me and potentially get the kill, or do you play a little bit safer because as you're chasing me, my turrets are shooting you from the back because you decide to go through my line of turrets and not respect them, and now you're in danger because now you're at 30% health too. So the extra calculations that my opponents have to make when trying to attack me, where it's like, okay, there's two barriers. There's the turret barrier, and then there's me, Heimerdinger. So the opponent now has to do A-B decision making on the turrets, and then A-B decision making when engaging with me, which then, now that the timing lines up, so my ABCD thought processes are now matching up time-wise with the decision-making of AB turrets, AB Heimerdinger. And so now we're both on the same level. It's just my opponent has to make more decisions when engaging me, which that is then, you know, giving me the time to do my processing of how I think and how I contemplate in a stressful combat environment. And this is why I liked Heimerdinger so much, because it put me on the same level as these other players, and using my weakness and the strengths of Heimerdinger to balance myself in League of Legends. So that's where my love of characters who deploy turrets comes from. So, long-winded story. Now we move back to Warframe. So I have been playing League of Legends for a very long time at this point when I found Warframe. And so it was like, oh, this is kind of cool. You know, I found Frost and Frost Prime, which is a Warframe all about ice, which of course you guys know I love ice. But it wasn't really resonating with me. And then somebody, I think it was my brother, who introduced me to Vauban Prime. the engineer. And his kit was all about deploying turrets, and I'm just like, dude, I love this. This is my jam. And I fell in love with Vauban almost immediately because anybody who has played Warframe knows that it's a very fast-paced, high-intensity combat with, maybe not high intensity, but it's a very fast-paced game. It is extraordinarily fast-paced. And so, what Vauban allows me to do is I get to deploy my turrets all around the battlefield. And then I can take, because my turrets are thinning out the hordes of enemies rushing at me, I can then take my time a little on the slower end to destroy my opponents, because the opponents that I'm not killing, my turrets are killing. And so it's a perfect match for me. And so again, another turret user, and it's playing right into my strengths beautifully, which is why I've been enjoying Warframe as of recently, because, well, okay, again, I'm getting ahead of myself. So I stopped playing Warframe 8 years ago, and that was primarily because Vauban was not really in my opinion, a very great state. It was, in order for you to take Vauban into higher tier content, because he was very much a, like, crowd control specialist kind of a character. And back then, like, you really needed it for higher end content. You really needed to take in more DPS focused warframes. Otherwise, you're kind of like letting the team down. You're making it harder for the team to win this this end game, like, hard mode activity. And I was always getting annoyed at the fact that, like, Vauban's kit, like, although he was deploying turrets, the turrets didn't do a lot of damage. And so, you know, you're spitting these pea shooters at these high-end monsters, where, like, other randos that you're playing with are going in with these DPS options and, like, clearing the map and, you know, being much more helpful than I was. And so that always used to bother me. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stop playing Warframe. This isn't fun for me. I want to play this Warframe, but he's just not good. He's not in a good spot. Like, he was very much niche back then. Like, you could play him, but only if you had these very specific mods and, like, built him a certain way and yada yada yada, and it was just way more work than I wanted to devote to. I can't sleep more, so I'm gonna get up early and draw something instead before I have to make myself ready for work. Oh, well, Yoler, I hope you enjoy with your sketching. Welcome to the sketch club. Lucas, hi, how are you doing? Welcome on in. Crescent, hi. Let me get some water, actually. Down wrong. Whew. Okay. There we go. So, the Book of Fire Cat. I dreamed about drowning in an ocean made out of orange soda last night. Took me a while to work out. It was just a fantasy. Oh my god. But yeah, welcome on in, you guys. Oh, hang on. Ooh. Yeah, I did not like that. So typical. Drink water, it goes down the wrong pipe, and now I'm coughing up a storm. Well, at least I keep myself hydrated, albeit in the wrong way. Okay. What was I talking? Oh, Vobon. Right, Warframe. Hang on. Great, now my nose is running. Ooh, I'm a mess, you guys. Holy moly. BRB. Ooh, okay, my snooter is now clear for takeoff. So, getting back to my Warframe escapades, my dealings with Vobon. So, yeah, it was a lot of work. Wasn't vibing with it. Because 8 years ago, it just, for me, it was like, there was a bunch of Warframes that were like one button push and kill everything in the room kind of frames, Warframes, and I had no interest in playing those Warframes. I'm like, to me that just seems like kind of boring. Like, oh, I press one button over and over and over again and you just watch the room die. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I'd much rather play with my engineer Warframe and try to have fun there. But yeah, it was just so much work that I was just like, nah, I'm good, fam. So I left Warframe for 8 years and never touched it. And I was like, nah, you know what? I don't fancy going back to Warframe, even though I like it. I really did. I did enjoy myself. But it was just, you know, the frame that I fell in love with, it just wasn't that good. And then fast forward 8 years, and I see on my timeline on Twitter, Warframe tweeting out like, "Oh, dude, we're doing a light rework of Vobon. Like, check it out in our next dev stream." So I checked it out, and I was like, yes, this seems awesome. So they touched him up, and you know, he just feels so fun to play now. And so with me not having anything to do in Destiny, I was like, dude, this is the perfect opportunity to come back to Warframe, see what I missed, see what's changed, and maybe have a lot of fun with it. And I was not wrong. Like, I'm having a lot of fun. But it's so funny. I have like 8 years worth of story I have to catch up on. I have done 0 of it. I went straight to our clan dojo, like my clan dojo, and I started figuring out, okay, how do I want to change this? Because going all the way back, my friend Sneaky years ago asked me to help him design a dojo that we could all be proud of. And so finally, 8 years later, finally getting it done. And I am enjoying, oh my god, dude. So, like, no shade or anything to any of the clan. Like, my clan, I love my clan, I love Sneaky. I got in. I'm looking at this dojo. It's just, it's kind of bare bones, and or was bare bones, and it was like these rooms were thrown together haphazardly, which I totally get, because there's a lot of function to some of these rooms. Like, some of these rooms actually sell you weapons, so they're like little places and whatnot. Well, not weapons, but like parts of weapons, and then you can build the weapons. But like, for simplicity's sake, if you guys have never played Warframe, it's like there's these little rooms that act almost as like little marketplaces where you can buy like pieces, like really interesting pieces. And so, like, I get it. You want to have access to these like cool pieces of gear. So you're just gonna like throw this little shop anywhere just to get it up and running so that you can buy from it. And I was like, okay, I kind of see why Sneaky was requesting my help about the Ohio meteor shower this past Tuesday. I think it might be a hoax, a meteor strike on St. Patrick's Day. It sounds like a shamrock. Oh my god. Warframe does take some work, having to build Warframes and get mods. Yeah, and I don't necessarily mind that. I don't mind grinding for mods. Let me get another tissue. Okay, so I'm back. Yeah, so our clan dojo was kind of thrown together haphazardly. And so what I have since come to realize about how editing a clan dojo works is it takes time. It takes a lot of time. And it's crazy because so I have had to go through this deconstruction process of our current dojo. I have been deconning rooms left and right. Here's the problem, and why, like, now I understand why Sneaky never wanted to touch the dojo. Is, so to deconstruct a room, like a singular room in the dojo, it takes 2 whole, like, actual hours, not in-game hours, like IRL hours. It takes 2 IRL hours to deconstruct one room. So, to add pain to injury, if you had a hallway, if you built a hallway with 3 rooms, like just a straight hallway from point A to point B, and you use these 3 hallway segments to make this grand hallway, you would have to go individually, one at a time, to deconstruct those hallways. Because everything in a dojo radiates out from a single hall, like a grand hall. So we have our grand hall, right? And then at the front of this grand hall is a doorway. This doorway you could attach things to. So for example, our front door has 3 small hallways that creates this long, grand hallway. So I can't just go and deconstruct those 3 hallways at the same time. Because what's going to happen is the one that's furthest away from the grand hall can be the one that can be deconstructed. Then if you try to deconstruct the mini hall in the middle, it says you can't do that because there is a child hallway, which is the one you're currently deconning, and you have to wait for it. It says, please wait for that mini hallway to deconstruct before you can deconstruct this one. So what would be normally a 2-hour wait if I could decon all 3 of those mini hallways now becomes a 6-hour endeavor. 6-hour IRL 6 hours. 2 hours for the furthest hallway, mini hallway, 2 hours for the mini hallway in the middle, and 2 hours for the mini hallway that is connected directly to your grand hall. So I have been deconning all of these rooms, like a myriad of rooms, one at a time. And it is so headache inducing, but I finally have the dojo in a state where I can now be constructing rather than deconstructing. And so, but dude, our clan dojo, I'm actually now getting really hyped about it, because the one thing that will help keep me around in a game like Warframe is if it feels like I have a place to stay, or like I have a sense of pride in like a clan. And so now I have started designing this clan dojo in a way that looks just absolutely gorgeous. And it feels the design I went with feels respectable, feels like there's a sense of organization, which is huge for me. Like when I got in, I was like, I was getting lost inside my own dojo. Like my own clan's house, I was getting lost in because I was going in circles. I'm like, where does this go? Why am I over here? Where did this come from? Like, what am I even doing? The best way I can describe it is how our dojo was before. Is if our dojo was a house, in order to get to the bathroom, you would have to go into the kitchen, open up the cupboard, crawl through a hole in the wall in the cupboard, and then once you're out of the cupboard, you're in the garage, and then there's like this random like doorway on the other side of the garage, and that's the bathroom. Like that's visually how our dojo operated. Like there was no continuity to any of it. I won't be inviting you to my Resident Evil dojo. No. No, but Panda, you've seen what our dojo is looking like now, right? Like that, it's beautiful. There's actual organization to it. So our clan hall splits off into the four cardinal directions: north, south, east, and west. So north, I haven't gotten to north yet. I'm gonna be working on the north wing in a little bit. But the west wing is our crew quarters. So that's where like all of our statues of achievements are gonna be displayed. It's gonna be this beautiful, like absolutely stunning like environmental section where it's like they got all this grass, beautiful hills, sun, moon, solar system in the sky. Looks amazing. And then the east wing is our research facility. Shinobi, oh my goodness, thank you so much for the love and support for 73 heckin' months. Thank you, Shinobi. Welcome on in. We're just, I'm like all over the place tonight. Shinobi, you can't see my paw beans, but trust me, I'm like stuffing them into my fur. I will take all that love and stuff it into my fur. So yeah, now everything has an organization to it. So West Wing is crew quarters, East Wing is our research and development section, where all those like places where you can buy parts for like really good gear, that's where all that can be found. And then the South Wing is our, what I'm calling maintenance section. And basically what's crazy about Warframe Clan Dojos is it has, oddly enough, like RTS elements to it, where like you need to create these like power plants in your dojo in order to keep the dojo like running, quote unquote, where you can't add more to the dojo if your power output is, or sorry, your energy intake is more than your energy output. So you have to build like these cool little power plant rooms. So I'm like, okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to create this power grid in the south section of our clan dojo. Like, it's going to be completely out of the way. You're not going to really explore it all too much. And it's just going to be this beautiful power grid just filled with these power plant rooms. And that's exactly what maintenance is. And so you can explore our dojo now and actually like not get lost and not know where you're at, and that's huge for me. And I have to say, I'm getting nervous here, because now that the East Wing, the West Wing, and the South Wing of our dojo is now up and running and fully functional, there's still some things I want to add to the crew quarters in the West Wing, but in all honesty, it's for all intents and purposes, it's functioning right now as it is. But now I have to get to the North Wing of our clan dojo, and that's the one I'm kind of scared about, because I have to deconstruct like two rooms that I would say are pretty functional. So the first one is navigation. So I've already deconstructed navigation. Our clan dojo currently doesn't have a navigation room. So I'm kind of hoping that nobody notices, and it's like, okay, just give me the weekend. Give me the weekend and the navigation will be back up and running. Don't worry. But the next one that I'm going to be deconstructing is the dry dock, which is where you can customize your spaceship. And that's the one I'm worried about deconning the most, because I don't know how many clan members use the dry dock on a regular occasion. I don't think it's that much, but I don't want to chance it. So the reason like I'm freaking out about it, right, is because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the north wing of our clan dojo has 6 rooms in it. So starting from the front door of the north wing, you have this tiny hall, then you have this cross connector hall, another cross connector hall, another cross connector hall, and then the dry dock, and then over to the left hand of the dry dock is navigation. So I have to one at a time decon navigation, then decon the dry dock, then decon the cross connector 3, then decon cross connector 2, then decon cross connector 1, and then decon the mini hallway, and then all of the north wing will be deleted, and then that'll give me a clear shot of like constructing our new north wing, which will be our command center. But because there's so many hallway cross connectors leading to the dry dock, it's not going to be as simple as like deleting the dry dock and then like, oh, now I can like redo the dry dock immediately. No, I have to get through the different cross connector hallways before I can construct everything for the new dry dock. So basically, it's gonna be a little bit before we have a dry dock again. And what I mean by a little bit, I mean like a couple of days max. Oh my god, look at this boyo. God. Still don't know how I feel about the neck. I think the neck is still too long. So yeah, I kind of my hope is that nobody comes online on Warframe to use our clan dojo for the next 2 days. Because I don't want to have a situation where the clan is getting mad at me because we don't have a dry dock for 48 hours. Like, yeah, but wait, just wait. It's gonna be good. It's gonna look good. Here's hoping. Yeah, I'm really hoping that that's not gonna be an issue. Like, I'll be completely honest. It's like, even if they get mad at me, I'm still not gonna stop deconning, just because like I know with what I do and how I design it, like people are gonna be blown away in the clan. But I would really much rather not have to deal with people getting mad at me in the clan. Just because like this is all part of the design. Like this is how design works. And like I can't blame somebody for not understanding design. Like I get it, because all they see is like, oh, we don't have a dry dock. Like this is, why are you doing this? Without realizing like I need to deconstruct before I make a masterpiece. But yeah, so that's my Warframe story, and that's how I got back into Warframe. And so like I'm just chugging away, building a clan dojo, which is something I really enjoy doing. I enjoy building things. Ken, yes, this is you. Welcome. Welcome, Ken. How are you doing? Okay. I am loving how this is coming out so far. Oh, hang on. We are missing... You're missing... Little chest fur. Thinking about an image that's been a meme in the fandom of the niche franchise I'm in. I'll DM it to you. Is there like a clan message of the day or something you can say like, hey, dry dock will be getting constructed on date, as well as restructure the base? There actually is, Volf, and I was thinking about utilizing it, but I'm also trying to like sneak it under the radar. Like, just let's be done before. Sorry, I got distracted. Ken, that is I'm not sure what I'm looking at exactly. It looks like curtains. Like soft, floofy curtains with eyeballs on it. It's a cool piece, though. Little abstract, but looks floofy. Like, it looks really floofy. I like how soft it looks. I will say that. It looks really soft. But it's a cool piece. Like, I should preface that, Ken. Like, what you sent was a really cool piece. Also, Ken, how are you digging the vibes of what we sketched out here? Colin, hi, how are you doing? Oh my goodness. Oh, also, now that we have things in place, I need to make sure we have tails. So let me make sure that we get some of the tails, because so Ken's Sona here actually has 3 tails, rather than just 1. Oh, and then Ken, I also have another question for you. Does this boyo, should I put eyebrows on him, or should I leave the eyebrows off? Is meme in the fandom. See, now I don't know if I know the meme, Ken. I'm not familiar, but then again, there's a lot of furry memes that I don't, like, kind of go over my head. I border between a Nekomata and a Kitsune. And no eyebrows, and no, eyebrows are overrated. Ah, okay. I see. Yeah, let me do this here. Number 1. It's fascinating when I will say because Ken, you're not the first my brain. You're not the first artist I've come across who does not prefer eyebrows on their characters, and I always find it interesting because I'm of the other camp. Like, I definitely like my characters having eyebrows. Oh jeez, I'm messing this up royally. Oh my god. Ah, there we go. Perfect. It depends on the design. CSC. Whoop. Already messing this up. Goodness. Oh, I am definitely messing this up. Holy moly, what am I doing here? Wait, this is Meadow Mage's song. I was like, what is this song that I'm listening to right now? Meadow Mage. I had so much more fun with that game than I originally thought I was gonna have with you guys. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, beautiful. And now we need one more tail. The mouth alone is enough to make a character expressive. Yeah, I could see that. Glad I awoke to catch some of the stream. I would catch up. Love your art streams. Oh, Colin, thank you. Yeah, I do. You know, it's funny, Colin, that you mentioned the art streams. So I can't remember if I've mentioned this on stream. I know I mentioned it with like Taylor, but I'm gonna be completely transparent with you guys. I know some might be like, dude, he's saying the quiet part out loud. Like, what the that doesn't happen. But I know recently I have canceled a lot of our art streams, and some of you astute brushtail brigadiers might might notice that there's a discrepancy between the amount of art streams that are canceled versus the amount of game streams that are canceled. And there's actually a reason behind that, for me anyways. So I would not consider myself an art streamer. I would consider myself a game streamer with some art thrown in. And for me, and this might not apply to like other streamers whose sole focus on Twitch is art, right? Like you know, there's certain streamers you guys may know, like for example Scintilla, great artist. He does almost exclusively art streams, and actually now that I think about it, I think it is exclusively art streams. For me, I would classify myself as a game streamer with the, I guess, the underscore of an art streamer. Return from work, welcome back. Hopefully your drive was smooth, Mark. But yeah, welcome back. Okay, that's looking a lot better. I'm digging that. And I should. Oh, dude, I don't like the twinning that's happening. So if like I put a point here and drew a straight line, it's twinning. They're both the valleys are both the same. I'm getting distracted right now, and I need to like finish the story, or this truth, I guess. So okay, so there is a reason why on this channel it is more frequent to have a canceled art stream rather than a canceled game stream. And again, I don't remember who I was talking to this about, but the reason being is that I find myself personally, I find gaming streams to be a lot easier than art streams, and the reason for that being is, with a game stream, for example, especially like tomorrow's stream, for example, it's any game, especially with voice acting. Like for me, there's like a balance, right? On a game stream, the game is doing like 40 to 50% of the heavy lifting, and then I'm doing the other 50 to 60% of the heavy lifting. So there's kind of like a balance there. So even if like I'm feeling completely exhausted and like completely drained on a game stream, I know that roughly about 50% of the weight is going to be the game itself. So I don't have to, you know, I could lean on the game like I would like a railing or something. But for an art stream, for me, it's 100% me, right? Like there's no game to rely on or anything. Like I'm designing the art, I am designing the art direction, I'm designing the style that we're going to be going with. I'm also chatting with you guys, coming up with conversation. So an art stream for me, Zoe, hi, hello, welcome to the Brushtail Brigade. Thank you for the follow, and congratulations on being our newest Brushtail adventurer. Welcome aboard. We are doing a cat tonight, coming out beautifully. The cat has 3 tails. This is Ken Sona. We have Ken in the chat right now. Super excited to be working on this piece. I am loving how it's coming out. Then you caught us in a weird conversation of me being transparent with you guys, because I love being transparent with you guys and sometimes showing you what's going on underneath the hood. And the topic right now is like the difficulty rating difference between a game stream and an art stream. Where the game streams are a little bit easier because you're kind of like in tandem. Like games heavy lifting part of it, you're heavy lifting the other part. But in an art stream, it's all the streamer. So the streamer has to come up with the content, the art direction, what we're sketching, how we're sketching it, the color, the sona that we're doing, literally all of it. So like I can't just like sit back and be like, otherwise it's like, wait, what are we doing? Like, what's going on? But see, now tomorrow I'll be able to do this. Not in the entire way through, but some of it. Why? Because like we're watching cutscenes, characters are talking, I don't want to talk over them. So it's like this give and take with me and the game. But for an art stream, that's not the case. So energy output required of me on a game stream is 50%. Energy output for an art stream for me is 110%. And I'm doing all the heavy lifting. So that's why when it's like, if I'm having a bad day at work on a Monday, I could still be like, oh yeah, dude, we could like just chill and, you know, mystery dungeon this, mystery dungeon that. Oh, we're gonna do this. And it'll be fine, and we'll have a great time. Like I'll still have all that frame. I had this really like artistically formulated sentence, and it was just I envisioned it flowing out of my mouth so beautifully, and then I accidentally put it in the recycle bin in my brain, and I emptied the recycle bin just now. It's like totally gone. But yeah, so with Monday streams, for example, if I've had like a really rough day at work, it's like, oh, you know what, the game, you know, we'll just have the game take point on this, right? Blah blah blah. But if I have a really rough day at work on a Thursday, and I'm like, dude, I need to be I need to like find something to talk about, and which I mean, it normally isn't a problem for me. But it still requires a lot of energy. Words, I can't words right now. Yeah. So that's just a little bit of like an under the hood conversation with you guys on like why art streams are the ones that are the more volatile ones that can get cut during a week's worth of episodes, just because like I don't want to be on, you know, an art stream and be like, oh, you know, this is the, because that's the other thing too. My mood affects how like into a piece that I get. So there's a better way to say that. Wait, hold on, brain, come on. I had another see, I'm very much a writer. Like I could write, and it words just flow so elegantly from brain to hands to paper. As soon as I have to try to orate it, that's when it goes kaput. But I was saying something I don't remember. But I just want to let you guys know, like, this is why lately I've been canceling a lot of art streams. It's not that I'm not enjoying doing art with you guys. Like, ever since I did this whole restructuring of our art and chill, where I'm actually going back to my roots and I'm doing sketches and stuff like that, I've been having 10 million times more fun. But I also, here's what I wanted to say. The reason why art streams are so volatile The reason why, okay, hang on. The reason why Brushtail Brigade art streams are the ones that are usually canceled more than Brushtail Brigade game streams is because I don't want to go get on and give you guys subpar content. There we go. Subpar content where I'm getting on, I'm half asleep, I'm not doing good, I'm like being Mr. Grumpy Pants and stuff like that. And so I'd rather just take the night to calm it down and then be back on our Friday streams and be like, dude, we're back at it, stuff like that. So that's just a little bit of backstory lore about me, game streams, art streams. Did you guys need to know that? No, probably not. But I'm a yapper. I like talking to you guys about like what goes on in my mind, how I view each of our 3 streams a week. And it's just something I wanted to talk to you guys about and be real about, instead of just having you guys wonder if you guys were even wondering like why recently a lot of our art streams have been canceled. That's kind of why. And there's still a lot of stuff that I'm dealing with emotionally from the past 2 years. There we go. So there's just like a lot of residual stuff. Like for example, this garage project is taking up a lot of my mental resources. So I would say the next 6 weeks, I'm gonna take more of like so you know how we post our schedule every Monday on our socials. So for the next 6 weeks, and I guess this whole conversation has been like a long-winded I beg your pardon. So now we're getting to I beg your pardon part. So why I brought this up is for the next 6 weeks, I want to apologize in advance if our streaming schedule isn't adhered to as rigidly as I usually do. After 6 weeks, because there's going to be a lot happening both at work and with family stuff over the next 6 weeks. So I'm going to try to adhere to our streaming schedule as normal, but I apologize in advance if and I know you guys are probably going to bonk me for this, if I can't make the stream. Dear Timothy, I'm writing to you to inform you orally the word come out, does Bruno Mars is gay. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I knew the bonk hammer was gonna come out on that one. But I still want, because there's I don't want to say like there's like a guilt complex. There's something that's not the appropriate word here. But you know when, I guess maybe frustration is more the appropriate term of what I'm trying to get at here. But you know when you do something you absolutely love, and you're like, dude, I could do this day in and day out. And then life kind of throws you a curveball and your schedule becomes super jam-packed. And then when it gets to the point where you have some time to yourself, you're so drained that even the thing that you really enjoy doing, you're like, I would rather sleep. So the next 6 weeks are going to be a mixture of that type of mood for me until after the 6 weeks. After the 6 weeks, My life should get infinitely easier. I exaggerate, but it'll get easier for me. So, been there, yeah, I think we've all been there, but yeah, so like this is just a small chapter in my life right now where things are like a little crazy, and so I'm trying to get through them. And you guys don't have to worry about it. Like I'm telling you this strictly so that you understand, like, if I have to cancel stream, it's me taking your guys' advice that you have given me over the years, like, Sen, if you need to rest, please rest. That's something, when I first started streaming, I didn't understand that concept, and it was really bad, and you guys are like, no, Sen, we'll be fine. You gotta rest yourself. And I'm like, okay. But yeah, after the 6 weeks, I intend, I suspect everything will start to get back to even more normal than it is. And I guess I should clarify too, because I also don't want to scare you guys, because, you know, the craziness, the cancer diagnosis with both Sen Mom and Sen Dad in the past. So the next 6 weeks really don't have anything to do with any health issues. It's just there's a lot of things that are coming down the pipeline, both family, work, and some personal stuff that I just have to work through. And then once all that is done, my schedule will be easing up by an exponential amount, and I won't feel as stressed. Because yeah, it's crazy that over the past month, I would say, I have been in this constant, I don't know, constant state of stress. I don't know if that's the proper terminology. I'm gonna go with it. Just because everything is so jam-packed right now. And it's everything's gonna be fine. Like, again, I'm just telling you this. Like, the funny thing about me, and a lot of you guys know this already, but a lot of you guys are new Brushtail Brigadiers, right? I never ever talk about my stresses or my, like, the pressures that life is giving me if I don't know already with 100% certainty that I'm gonna get through this, right? Like, it's a done deal. It's just like riding the waves until the finish line. Like, if it's something that I'm unsure of, where like for example, you guys didn't hear about, like, Sen Mom having a cancer diagnosis until after she had her surgery and that she was scot-free from cancer. So usually when it's something that I'm unsure of the outcome, like, I keep it to myself, but once I know for sure that everything's going to be okay, that's when I open up to you guys and talk about it. So me talking about it, like, it's already a done deal that things are going to get infinitely better. And so that's why I feel comfortable telling you guys, because I already know the outcome. But I also, what was I going to say? Sometimes, okay, so sometimes I feel weird about talking about this kind of stuff with you guys, because, like, I'm not talking about it to get sympathy, right? It's usually it's completely from, like, an understanding standpoint or like an inspirational standpoint. And in this case, I want you guys to take away both from it. Like, just so you guys understand, if we have to cancel streams, like, just know that it's just one of those nights that, like, my plate was fuller than I thought. And then also, I want you guys to know about some of these difficult things that I'm going through, so that when we reach the finish line, like in 6 weeks, and we get there, and things get like much better for me, that you guys can see like, oh yeah, you know, Sten was dealing with all this stuff, and then he got through it. Like that, that's cool. I hope that's like a thing of inspiration for you guys, because I know a lot of times, and myself included, like I'm very much a Twitch viewer. Like I watch a bunch of Twitch streamers and whatnot, and I am very much fall into this category where I sometimes look at a streamer, I'm like, dude, this guy sounds like he has such a great life and everything's perfect, and it's just like, man, I wish I could have that, and yada yada yada. And that's mainly because, like, a lot of times a streamer doesn't talk about their struggles that they have to go through. Me, I like to be a little bit more open about it, just so that, you know, my hope is that if you guys are going through a similar struggle, that you're not the only one, right? Like, my life isn't perfect. Your guys' life, I'm sure, in areas are not perfect. And so I want to be open about this with you guys, so that I hope I can become like a little ball of inspiration for you guys whenever you guys have something difficult in your life that you're going through and whatnot. And just like, just for me to be there and be like, hey, you know, I've had struggles too and got through them, and I'm no different from you. You're just as awesome as I am. If I could do it, I know you can, like, get through your storm clouds and stuff like that. I feel like I'm rambling. Basically, I'm trying to be an inspiration. There. I'm trying to be inspirational as well as being understanding. Let's get back to some art. In my experience, the stresses of life are caused by others most of the time. Yeah, well, I would refine that, Mark, and say, like, most of the stresses in life come from things that are outside our control. That's how I would refine it. But that being said, there are some stresses that come from within, right? Something that we can control, something that we can evolve from. And that's where I like to inspire people the most, is like, don't try to fix or control the things that are outside of your control. That's only going to stress you out further. The most you can do is refine who you are, right? What are things that are directly in your control? How do you refine those? You have to interact with somebody that you don't like. Don't focus on the annoyance that their presence brings. Use it as like a backdrop of like, this is the type of person I don't want to be. So all the things that this person is doing, let me learn from this person. This is everything I don't want to be. So now you have a direction to go away from. Be mindful of the time. I know you said, oh yeah, oh crap. You're right. Oh geez. Well, thank you. I had so much fun talking with you guys tonight, but yes, I have to end stream early tonight. I really apologize, you guys, because I have to get into work like super early tomorrow, because for some reason, minimum day for the kiddos, which is not even minimum day. You can't, can you even call it a minimum day if they get out at 10:30 in the morning? Like, yes. So, Ball, thank you for reminding me, because, dude, I swear I thought it was only 10 o'clock. I'm looking and we're 3 minutes away from 11 at night, which is where I need to stop. for the night for tonight, just because of tomorrow's crazy. This won't be like this next Thursday. Next Thursday we'll be able to go the full time. I've got nothing going on in terms of crazy scheduling, but we got exactly where I wanted to get tonight. My goal was to get the entire sketch done tonight. Got the entire sketch done. He looks gorgeous. Ken, are you still around by any chance? Before we end tonight's adventure, I want to know from you, Ken, how are you liking this so far? I'm really hoping that you're vibing with it. I know I tried to match it with similarly to the other piece I did for you, which was this one. I try to keep with that kind of like cartoony sense to it. Probably I don't know, maybe I could have gone bigger with the eyes, but kind of hoping Ken is digging it, because I really like how this character Sona like was sketched out. But anyways, I don't know if Ken's still here. And if you're watching this on the VOD, first off, hi. Thank you for watching the VOD. But second, next Thursday, when we're gonna get started on coloring, just if there's something that needs to be adjusted, let me know. Before we get to coloring next week, and then we can like start the stream with like correcting anything. But so far so good. Me personally, I love this piece. But anyways, so yeah, and thank you guys for listening to me like try to explain my emotions tonight with you guys. It's definitely something I'm not good at, but I don't know, I'd feel weird if I just like kept. I'm not saying that in the next 6 weeks like they're gonna be consistent like stream cancellations, but I don't know, I'd feel weird not being communicative with you guys about like why so many streams recently have been canceled. I don't want if I don't talk to you guys about it, right? Like you're only there to left guessing of what's going on, and I don't want you guys thinking like, oh, is he not enjoying stream anymore? Does he not like us anymore? And that's like the last thing I want to have you guys' brains be thinking that's the case. Which couldn't be further from the truth. It's just there's a lot on the plate, and I'm working my way through it slowly but surely. Bottling is bad, yes. I will say, I don't know if I've mentioned this on stream yet. I am super happy. I recently had a conversation with my doctor, and him and I got together. We set up a 12 session therapy session with like a really good therapist that he recommended. So I'm currently in the process of talking to a therapist about like all the craziness that has happened to me over the past 2 years, all the trauma of like losing Sen dad and stuff like that. So 12 sessions. My next session is coming up next week. I'm really excited. She's really nice. She's a really great person, very understanding. And so yeah, and this is the first time I've seen a therapist like this, so like I'm still trying to figure out like what I'm supposed to say. Like I don't know the procedures, so I've just been like chatting I guess, with her, and she's been giving me advice and stuff like that. So, and yeah, I guess I'm happy that I'm going to therapy. I I still don't know exactly if I'm doing it right or not. I've never been to therapy before, but I wanted to go because like there's certain things that I just need to get off my chest and like, move beyond. There's no correct answers in therapy. Yeah, so I'm kind of coming at it from like the artistic standpoint. So like when I was learning how to be an artist at university, and I know I've mentioned this a bajillion times over, and I apologize to the veterans who have had to listen to this many times over. But when I was at university, all of my art instructors used to tell me the same thing: just keep practicing. Like, yeah, but I don't know what I'm doing. Like, how do I draw this? And nobody would give me a simple, straight answer outside of just keep practicing. And I didn't understand why they didn't give me a simple, straight answer, because I was coming at it from like a programmer, mathematician's mindset. Like, X plus 4 equals Y, and X and Y have definitive answers, single answers. But in art, there's not a single answer, because their brain interprets art differently from person to person. So there's no one technique for art. And so you just have to learn by doing it over and over and over and over and over again until your brain finally clicks and you're like, I get it now. So that's the mentality I've been going in with these therapy sessions. It's just, I'm just going to talk about what I'm feeling. She's going to comment, and then hopefully somewhere through these sessions that it'll click with me, and like all that weight will just be plop off of me. Proud of you. Thank you guys. Thank you. Yeah, and also you guys, like, how do I say this? Like, if you don't ever be embarrassed or whatnot to see a therapist if you feel like there is something like mentally or emotionally that you're having a difficult time working through, and you feel like you're stuck, or like you're not progressing as quickly through whatever it is that you're dealing with, and you just feel like you hit a wall. Like, these therapists can help you like see a new perspective on how to manage whatever you're managing and working through whatever you need to work through. For me, my my biggest thing was I didn't know where to start. Start with your doctor. If you have a primary care physician, start there. They can usually point you in the right direction. That's what I did. He pointed me in the right direction, and now I'm very happy with the therapist that I'm seeing. But it is nice just to have someone to talk to and help you. Yeah, and yeah, like it, like I would say go in with an open mind, right? Like, be open to having a person try to tweak your perspective on whatever it is that you're dealing with. Don't come in thinking like either, oh, this person's just a quack, but also don't be on the other side of the spectrum where you think that the therapist is going to be like this magic medicine that's just immediately, everything's going to be gone. Usually there's going to be some work required, and they'll probably like get with you and like, okay, this is ding, go to bed. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I just want to let you, just wanted to say that, like, they can help. But you have to have the right mindset for it. Started was Sigmund Freud. He created the concept of free association. Everything's here, there. Sometimes having a conversation about things that leads into the process, and who knows, perhaps the therapist is a way of drawing that out of you. Yes. Yes. Everything. You don't feel like you're vibing. Yeah. So everything Chip said and Saber said, I completely agree with both of those. Like, if you're not vibing with a therapist, like, just know you don't have to stick with that therapist. But yeah, anyways, I gotta go get off to bed. Thank you guys for being here. I had a lot of fun tonight. I know it was like a really good art, but then also some real talk tonight. So thank you for listening through the real talk, the Send real talk. Anyways, I'm gonna stop stalling, otherwise I'm gonna be talking with you guys for another like 45 minutes. And then I'm gonna be really in trouble tomorrow, because I'll be like, oh my god, I didn't get enough sleep. So we're gonna I'm not even going to like contemplate this, because it's art and chill tonight. We're gonna go over to and raid to Scintilla, who's also doing some art tonight. So art to art goodness. We're gonna keep the art train rolling. But we love keeping Sen awake. Exactly. Well, I love keeping myself awake with you guys as well, but I'm like, I don't wanna risk it for the biscuit of this one. All right, so let's get the raid started here. So we're going to raid over to Scintilla. Our send notes is what is going to be the thing today. Raid messages. We sketched a really cool 3-tailed Atto. Okay. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for all the love and support. I love you guys. And I will be back at it tomorrow. We will be back here for another adventure, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, tomorrow night. Same time, same place. Brushtail Star Park. I'm gonna go get some sleep. Bye, everyone. Love you guys. Please keep being awesome. You guys are amazing. Bye. Oh god, did I press the right button? Okay, good.